It's not an official spicy chicken biscuit by Chick-fil-A. You guys are straight up outside of the will of God because you're stepping outside of the rules of Chick-fil-A. They're not supposed to do that.
There's no my pleasure anointing on that.
None of that. Nothing. Hey, everybody, welcome to the Frick Frack Podcast. You're probably listening to this, not watching it on YouTube, against my wishes, because I would rather you watch it on YouTube so you could see it.
Taylor has so hesitantly given into the Spotify, Apple podcasts craze.
I have. Maybe I'm narcissistic. Maybe I'm just so used to videos that's like what I have to do.
You just want your face to be seen.
I'm sorry, okay? I can't help. I'm an Enneagram 3, okay? If any of the white girls out there know the Enneagram, I'm a 3. I know you're thinking, oh, it all makes sense now.
I'm one of those people that haven't
done the
Enneagram. I know my 16 personalities. Whatever.
Yeah, you're probably a type 9. Okay. Yeah, let's just.
What's type
girls.
9?
Yeah, it's fine. You're a type 9. You don't
okay,
need to know.
But you could be insulting me right now for all I know. No, I don't know what
they
9
just don't.
means.
They just don't care about stuff like that. They follow their intuition. They don't listen to like.
Okay,
stuff
that's
like that.
probably right because I'll be having a conversation with my mom. We'll be talking about something, and I'm like, it's probably like this, just like a fact. And she's over. She's like, well, Google just told me it was this. Like, I'm just okay with not knowing everything.
See, that's 9. That's 9. That's 9 or 1.
9 or 1?
9 or 1. Okay, but anyway, this isn't an Enneagram podcast.
You brought
episode.
it up.
Yeah, but you enabled my behavior, Jonathan. I'm just kidding.
You're right. I should know better. I really should know better. I'm your wrangler.
1. It's a 1. But anyway.
What do the numbers mean, Mason?
He doesn't know. Okay, no, so I came in here. I am wearing, if you're listening on audio, you don't know, I'm actually wearing my black robe. Y'all remember that one Instagram post I did where I was like, am I a genius or am I a madman? I lost the robe and now I found it, and I've gotten in this habit where I'm wearing it like all the time. I don't know if that's good. Like, I'm washing it regularly. Don't worry. It's not like that. I'm just buying other robes, and I'm like, I love wearing robes all the time.
So how
comfy.
You explained this to me earlier. Explain a little how you lost this robe.
I lost this robe. Oh no! So I went to I traveled last week to see a friend of mine, Tim Shropshire in North Carolina. I went there to record some comedy stuff. Packed all my stuff, had all my stuff ready by the door, ready to go. And I left without my robe. I didn't realize I had forgotten it. And then I got there and I was like, I must have left it. I must have, what do you mean? I left to go to North Carolina, and then I came back. And I thought I must have left it in North Carolina.
Tragedy.
And I was like, I'm not getting that back. It's gone forever. I was going to
cry. A little piece of you died.
I was like, I was not ready for this. I wasn't ready. But, anyway, so then, no. My mom had just washed it. She had seen it when it was ready to go. She had just washed it. She thought, oh, he must have left it out because it's dirty and he doesn't have the time to do the laundry. Oh, I'll just take care of that for him.
But your heart skipped a few beats there.
Yeah, a little bit. I was like, I thought it was gone forever, But no, I still have it. I'm back on the podcast, alive and well.
And comfy.
More comfortable than I've ever been. I recommend you guys check out wearing some nice comfy bathrobes, that kind of thing. And just consider wearing it in your day-to-day life. It's like a Snuggie, but more socially acceptable.
It's like constantly being hugged by your T-shirt.
Exactly. That's what it felt like. So I actually did. I just got out from out of town, had a ton of fun last week out in North Carolina. I got to meet someone that I had a little bit of back and forth with him on the internet before, but his name's Tim Shropshire, and he's out in Charlotte, North Carolina. And if you guys remember that video I made on Instagram, if you guys follow me there in Facebook, I said I was driving 8 hours to go try Chick-fil-A's new unreleased menu items, which they had.
Which is the most Taylor Ransom thing ever.
It is, yeah. So I drove 8 hours out there. Chick-fil-A is testing in Charlotte, North Carolina, even right now. So if you're there, just hit pause on this podcast, go to Chick-fil-A. You don't even need to know what they have. I'm going to tell you it's amazing. They have spicy chicken strips, which is brand new. Spicy chicken strip biscuits, which... If you watched me and Tim's review of, it is as if the glory of God became a biscuit.
It's an amazing video. Go watch that now and then come back. It's
good. Jonathan really liked it, and you guys, it really popped off too. So I'm guessing you guys really liked it.
Let's touch on this real quick because there was a little bit of controversy in the comments for that video because a bunch of people were saying that this had been a thing on the menu forever. So can you clear this up real quick?
I will clear this up right now. right now. And you know I'm going to post this as a highlight. Just for everybody. I'm going to clear this up right now. For everybody who's been in my comments on my video with me and Tim trying out the new spicy chicken biscuit, and you're like, I've had the new spicy chicken biscuit for years. I've had that for forever. You guys are just getting onto that. I'm in the year 3000. You're in the year 2020. Listen up. It's not an official spicy chicken biscuit by Chick-fil-A. You are going in there, going on the secret menu of Chick-fil-A and asking them to make you a spicy thing. They basically take the spicy chicken sandwich seasoning and they put it on a regular biscuit patties.
So no love and care.
No love and care. You guys are straight up outside of the will of God because you're stepping outside of the rules of Chick-fil-A. They're not supposed to do that.
There's no my pleasure anointing on that.
None of that. Nothing. So y'all are doing that, and then you're getting a spicy chicken biscuit, but it's not the same, though, because what Chick-fil-A is bringing with the spicy chicken strip biscuit is their 2 new original type of spicy chicken strips, not like the ones they had before. They're brand new. Might I add, they're very, very good, life-changing. They're putting them on a biscuit, and the biscuit isn't even like the normal biscuit. It's more buttery, and it's a little bit bigger, and it's just, like, amazing. And you're trying to compare your washed-up Hackintosh, I don't even know what you call it, like a weird
DIY
Frankenstein of a spicy biscuit, and you try to act like you all that. Nah, you ain't all that. You just figured out a cool menu hack. That's all that is. It's not the same. That's all I'm saying.
One of your friends works at Chick-fil-A. That's all that is.
That's all that is. And I drove 8 hours to try the new thing, and then back home to post a video just so everyone can tell me, oh, that's not a big deal. I've already done it. Shut up. Shut up.
Well, I'm glad you could clear that up for everyone.
Woo! I felt good. I got that out my system. That was somewhere deep in there and needed to get out.
I think you've been holding on to that for a while. But so now that that's cleared up, can you kind of tell us a little bit about who Tim Shropshire is? Because
he's a hilarious guy.
Until you told me about him when you invited me to go 9 hours.
I did invite him to go. I was like, dude, you got to go with me right now to Charlotte.
He's like, hey, what are you doing this weekend? Which it was Tuesday. He's like, what are you doing tomorrow? I'm like, well, working. He's like, you want to go to North Carolina? I'm like, I really couldn't because of the work schedule, but that's a Taylor thing. You know, we dropped everything and went to Kanye 11 hours away. But I couldn't make it.
I will just like oh, this is more important.
Yeah, it was definitely worth it for the videos that you guys got. But tell people a little bit about who Tim Shropshire is.
So Tim Shropshire, I love Tim Shropshire, not just because he's a hilarious, funny guy, but I don't get a ton of people that I can collab with that have same values on a lot of things.
You guys are kindred spirits.
Very kindred. Like it's very like Christian values and morals like line up great. I'd never forget. He took me to go meet John P. Key. John P. Key. You what? You don't know who John P. Key is?
Sounds like a menu item.
I made it out.
Okay.
I made it out all right.
Okay.
Gospel artist guy.
I know the
guy.
song, don't know the name.
I started singing John P. Key, and he pulled him up on FaceTime and was like, hey, this is Taylor. Meet Taylor. And I was like, hey, what's up, Pastor John P. Key? This is crazy, you know. He's a great guy. But he's absolutely off the charts hilarious guy. He's been doing stand-up for a long time. Mm-hmm. Great guy. I'm looking to invade stand-up a little bit, so I had to go out and just talk with him, and that was fun. And then
didn't he have a few videos that really blew up on Facebook?
Oh, he has videos that blow up on Facebook all the time. Like he gets Facebook videos that get like millions. He's had several of them that got like tens of millions, and it's all Chick-fil-A stuff. It's literally the type of stuff that I do, but he does in his own. He does a great show type thing over there on Facebook.
So you drove 9 hours to collaborate with Tim, and so what did that trip entail other than I packed up, I threw it in the car. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go down there.
I went down there. Tim was actually kind enough to let me stay at his place. Tim, I'm still waiting for you to give me the make and model of that air mattress. I told you it's a dope air mattress. It was better than my own bed, which is an actual mattress, and I'd like the stats on that. So if you're listening, just DM me with that with the Amazon link, my dude, because that was super comfortable.
It's like sleeping on a cloud.
It was better than that. I don't know what that air. I didn't even know it was an air mattress.
It's probably the chicken.
It might have been the chicken. It might have been the chicken. In all fairness, so it was fun. So I went there and I stayed up in Charlotte, North Carolina, and we just shot some stuff. He showed me around the city. It was a great trip. It was a lot of fun. I will confess, it was during the fast, and I ate some stuff up there during the fast. Not guilty.
Yes, you did.
So I ate a spicy biscuit. I put it out there though. It's like no secret.
You gotta
sin.
own it. You gotta own it.
I had to own it. So I put out that video. I was like, hey, I'm eating this biscuit, and I did see some people in the comments that are like, hold on a second.
Wasn't last week all about fasting?
Aren't you fasting? Well, for my fast, what I kind of went to is I went to a 1 meal a day fast, which is like a half fast, and it's much easier to do. Johnathan Schaefer over there, he just wrapped up his full 21-day, no, he's not going to brag about it because he's a good Christian, but full 21-day no-eating fast, which is very impressive. I've only done that once.
It's my first time.
But he got through it. He was already skin and bones. He was already a whole skeleton, and now he's alive.
When I left Christmas from my parents' house, which is, after all the Christmas eating, all the stuff on your face, I weighed, I think it was it was almost 170, which is like the most I think I've ever weighed. Or it was like 165. It was somewhere in there. And my blue jeans were kind of tight.
Wow.
By the end of this
He's
fast.
saying kind of tight, just so all the girls know. He wasn't gaining that much weight, just a little bit.
No, but, it was probably the most I've ever weighed in my life, which is still not that much for my height.
This man acting like he's overweight or something. Like
I'm not. But, I had a little bit of a belly. And so, anyways, by the end of the fast, I had to have my belt, and I don't own a scale, so I don't know the exact number, but I know how tight my pants were before and how loose they were before, and I looked like Jared from Subway. I was like holding them, and there was like I could fit my whole hand.
Wow.
In the gap.
That's what happens when you fast. He shut it off. He did it for real too. This man didn't like sneak. He didn't cheat. I know he did. Got some soup.
My only cheat was, I think 2 nights I had some noodle soup with, and then I had some crackers and graham crackers. Those were my only cheats.
That's
for my first time,
we're gonna give him grace, guys. We're not even gonna make like that. We're not even gonna act like that counts as anything.
Yeah.
What's funny is the most fasts in the Bible, pretty much all of them. The way that they did it back then, they followed the Talmud, they followed the Torah. The way that the Jews back then that they fasted was actually sun up, sundown. Like pretty much every fast you read in the Bible, with the exception of like the one Jesus did. I believe Elijah did one where it specifies and it says that 40 days, nights they fasted or whatever. Every other time they're fasting from sun up until sundown, and then normally eat like 1 meal at sundown.
So what does that translate to, like 5 p.m.?
Just whenever the sun goes down.
Oh.
It's kind of in the name, Schaefer.
Okay, I can eat. Okay,
yeah,
I got
so they'd kind of do that. That's not so like us crazy spirit-filled people down here in the Bible Belt.
Yeah,
we fast. We go hardcore. We fast like Jesus fasted, which is no eating, period.
Which I mean,
for 3 weeks, which is for real.
Yeah, I mean it was a special time though. I mean I don't really regret it.
There's so much that changes.
I mean at the same time. I don't think fasting is something just supposed to be for one part of the year. So, I mean, for me personally, I want to try to, pick a day where I can fast at least till the sun down, just to kind of continue that mindset of, just giving God one day. I think that might be something I try to do going into 2020. I picked Thursday, but I forgot about it yesterday. So I've already messed up once.
That's all good. Well, it's isn't that relatable, guys? You forgot about it.
Look at me, I'm so relatable.
I've had several times I've gone to fast. Smash like. Follow me on Twitter.
I'm relatable, guys.
I'm relatable. He's relatable. I had several times in the past where I've gone to fast sometime, and I was in the morning, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna fast today. I'm gonna get this spiritual food, baby. I'm gonna recharge this spirit, man. I'm gonna fast. And then lunch rolled around, and I completely forgot about it. Before I knew it, I was like halfway through a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich, and I was like, oh, I was gonna fast today.
Well, it just must not have been God's will.
Exactly. But no, it's so with fasting, and I don't want to get too much into fasting stuff, but what Jesus did and what the Pharisees did, I hate to quote the Pharisees because we know them as the bad guys.
Yeah.
But before Jesus and Jesus too, they would actually normally fast 1 day a week. Most of the time it was like a Tuesday. They would actually fast. Sometimes they fasted 2 days, which was kind of cool. So it's a good attitude to keep.
Yeah.
Anyway, so fasting, it's a good thing. If you haven't tried it before, consider it. Okay, yep. Most of y'all are probably getting off your social media fast or whatever that is.
I deactivated my Twitter account for 21 days. I'm so proud of myself.
You don't even use Twitter. Be quiet. It's a sacrifice unto God, not unto you. Okay. All right.
Check screen time on TikTok. It's like hundreds of hours.
Hundreds of hours.
You're getting into TikTok more.
I have been getting into TikTok more. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry you lost another one.
I saw yesterday. I had no idea. TikTok has, I think Instagram has around 1 billion users.
Yeah, they do. They have over.
TikTok has 800 million.
Woo!
They are catching up with Instagram fast.
That's nuts. It's all the kids. That's
And
what that is.
And you know the main reason I heard about this, and we can switch topics, Taylor, if you want to, but TikTok kicked off Live Action, which Live Action is a pro-life account.
I didn't know anything about that.
They do tons of pro-life. They've been kicked off Pinterest. They've been kicked off TikTok now. And all they were kicked off for was making a video of a girl choosing. It was like one of those videos where it was text that said pro-life and abortion. And she was like,
oh, and she chose pro-life.
And now it's it. And they kicked the Live Action off the platform.
I have noticed TikTok is pretty. One, the thing most people don't know about TikTok is it's pretty safe to say at this point it's owned by the Chinese government. And
I did not know that.
Yeah, it's a Chinese company, and the company, if you go under how the Chinese economy works, it's pretty much it's government owned as far as anyone could be concerned.
China has a one-child policy, so abortion isn't exactly an issue.
So
they
like
that.
You go on there, you say anything negative against China too, and they do the same thing. They'll just cut you off.
Wow, I had no idea.
Yeah, there's been tons of people. I see Instagram TikToks all the time where they're like, I said this TikTok got taken down because of something I said about the government, so I'm re-uploading it, and then you see it's down again, and it's like, oh, okay. So for TikTok, it's like, it doesn't surprise me. It's okay, guys, it's just the day and world we live in. In 2020, this is a separate topic a lot of people don't talk about. Mm-hmm. It's almost rebellious to be an actual Christian these days. If you're like an actual Christian that actually does what the Bible says, you're the bad guy.
Yep.
Regardless, you can have the most loving heart in the world and have nothing but love towards everybody, and it doesn't matter. If you're against abortion, boom, bad guy.
Yep.
That's just how it is.
The thing is, that used to be the cool thing. Yeah. It used to be the cool thing to be on the opposite side of whatever was mainstream.
Yeah.
Which, if you look at it in that perspective, being a Christian is one of the most radical hipster things you can do.
We're hipsters before it's cool to be a hipster.
Because all the definition of hipster means, I believe, is basically going against the mainstream. Counterculture.
Christians are counterculture these days. But in the age of social media, it's getting harder, though, because they'll straight up just take stuff down.
Yeah.
I've never had that problem, but y'all have to admit, I'm pretty nice. I don't really get out there on a limb too often.
I mean, you taking a pro-life stance was the closest to the cliff you've ever stood. And even that was like so middle of the road, like pro-life, if they took that down, I mean...
That'd be ridiculous, because I didn't even say... I just expressed what I felt led to say. But that's just social media today. But, you gotta take heart, because he has overcome the world. He who lives in us is greater than what's against us. That's just a general thing. So it is funny, because I don't think it's going to get easier. I don't think it's going to be easier to be a Christian. It's not just going to keep getting easier. If you now, mind you, I say if a Christian, as in you're like an actual Christian that actually believes the Bible, because there's going to be guys that they're not like that.
Yeah.
They're just going to shut up about certain things.
Like where Christianity is more of a convenient social club kind of group they belong to, rather than a lifestyle they live out daily. And so, I mean, that's a big difference. And like you said, I mean, I don't think we should, the fact that Christianity is being a little harder as far as in the mainstream and in social media. Mm-hmm. I think if it was easy, I think that there is some persecution is almost encouraging, and a certain extent, because I mean, in the Bible it talks multiple times about being joyful in the persecution, and I think that grows our faith and actually takes us into a deeper place.
Yeah, honestly, if you have persecution these days, and it's not just because you took some political stance, but because you stood up for something in the Bible, then you're doing something right, guys. Yeah. Keep it up. I sound like one of those people one of those boomers on Facebook that's like, the Facebook police took my post down. You ever seen those where they're like, the Facebook police, like that's a thing?
Yes.
I sound like one of those guys, but oh well.
Well, what else do you want to touch on?
Anything else I want to touch on? Well, guys, I do want to take a minute, just like I try to like to end this show. I like to always try to encourage everybody. I'm not ending the show. I said end the show. Now everybody's brains automatically clicked. I'm going to click off the episode. That's not what I mean. But I would like to take some time and encourage you guys this week that if you have something God's put in your heart to do, go after it. Yeah, I'm not trying to equate me driving to North Carolina for 8 hours on a whim into you following God's call for your life. But sometimes if you're going to do that, you have to be willing to do that. You have to be willing to say, hey, maybe God does want me to go to that school. Maybe God does want me to take that job. Maybe God does want me to, to do this, do that, whatever it is. You have to be willing, and you got to be willing. That's the sad thing, too, is you got to be willing to go out to assume the risk that, hey, it might not work out. It might not happen. Maybe I'm not hearing God. But you have to be able to do what you feel God leads you to do. And even if it's something like, in my situation, when I try to follow God, hey, yeah, I'm driving out 8 hours to North Carolina, and I'm going to go, and I have no idea. I've never been to North Carolina, and I'm dropping everything on my schedule to go do this. I'm just using it as an example. You have to be willing to do that. And I put up a tweet a while back about this, and I said, look, 2020, guys, this life we live on Earth right now, it's very, very short, okay? We're going to be to heaven in about the equivalent of 5 minutes heavenly time, okay? This is like...
We're in the years where movies 10 years ago put the future.
Yes!
Which is crazy. Movies 10 years ago were set in 2020. We're in 2020.
Man. Yeah.
Nuts.
It's so nuts. But so if there's something this year, and I'll just tell you guys, I didn't bring a deep Bible study this week. I'm sorry. I've been traveling. I've been doing stuff. But if you feel God leading you to do something this week, I'd just like to take a minute to encourage you to go after it. That's what I'm doing right now. So half of me talking to you is just talking to me. Yeah. And I'm like, look, if you mess up, you mess up. You'll fix it. You'll figure it out later. And especially if you're young, especially if you're my age and you're like 23 or under, and even 20 up to like 32 probably, like just go after it. Because he who is for us is greater than he who is against us. Oh, I don't have the money. Well, God promises to provide. I didn't say, I don't mean like all of a sudden you're going to have a Gucci robe just because you suddenly start saying that. But God's going to provide for his will. So if you have something that God's leading you to do, go after it. And if the provision comes, you'll know it's him. All right? That's all I got to say this week on that note.
That's good. If you receive the word, it's just not going to magically happen. There's some action that you have to take.
You got to take action. You got to go and you got to do it. You can't just be like, you can't sit at home. No one has what they wish for. They have what they work for. Which is a separate note. You've got to do that. It is a tweet. I should tweet it. That is a tweet. So go after what God has for you. That's what I would tell you this week. That's just my mood. I'm keeping that energy all 2020. I'm just going out. I have nothing to lose right now. Yep. At least I've put myself in that mindset.
Vibes.
There you go. Keep it all 2020. So if you're listening on Apple and Spotify, which a lot of you are, most of you are now, by the way, thank you for listening. It really does mean a lot.
Yeah.
It's dope. I don't know why I'm a little bit upset that more people don't watch on YouTube. I haven't figured it out yet. I'm trying to put a finger on it.
Taylor's a little salty about it, if you can't tell. But the viewership is rolling in, and we're getting a lot of great feedback.
It's pretty much doubled just because we put it on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Yeah.
Which was work. I mean, it was a little bit of trouble to do, but no big deal. Glad you guys are listening. If you're listening on Apple or Spotify, go to TaylorRansom.net. All social and everything else is there. Another thing you can do is Patreon. That helps to support the show. Patreon.com/TaylorRansom. It's there. You can go check it out. It's as little as $1 a month. It supports the show, supports this content, helps us stay on the air. The air being the internet. That doesn't cost anything to be on other than our equipment, time, and monthly subscriptions to keep this up. But you should go and you should check it out. Thank you so much for listening this week.
Did we plug the ratings for Apple?
We didn't plug the rating. Hold it, guys. Yes. Don't leave. If you already left.
If you're on Apple, dang it, we missed them.
We missed them. That's too late.
Right, well, if there's like one or two.
There's one or two people left? Okay, that's fine. It's just you two people. That's all I need left. Go to Apple Podcasts if you're listening there and leave a 5-star review for us if you don't mind. That really does help on Apple.
Yes.
We're trying to invade the Christian podcast rankings.
Yes. So anything you can do pushes us up in the search results, and that helps us extend our viewership and hopefully extend our reach to influence and make some more people laugh and introduce people to
the gospel and everything. Yeah. So go ahead and leave a 5-star review. I would leave you a 5-star review if I had a way to, because if you listen to the show, I already know you're dope. Yeah, I already know you need that 5-star review. So thank you guys so much. God bless you. 2 weeks. Anything left to say, Schaefer?
No, I think everything was said.
Everything was said, y'all. God bless. Peace out. Go get some Taco Bell with your family and your loved ones.
Taco Bell?
I know.
That sounds a little...
That's a little off-brand. I know.
Yeah, a little off-brand, but it's at the end of the episode. No one's going to see it anyway.
No one's listening at this point anyway. If you're still listening, it's fine.
You want to go get some food after this?
Yeah, let's go. You want to go get some food?
Maybe some Taco Bell?
Yeah, I'm on board. No one can hear us. They're not going to get mad that I'm not going to Chick-fil-A.
All right, let's go.
All right, yeah. Okay, bye.